A stretch of woodland in Staffordshire doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd think twice about. Just trees, just trails, just history. But when that sun goes down and you're standing on stones with a genuinely dark past, those trees start looking a lot less friendly. So, what happened? Tonight's first video comes from Odyssey Explorer, a UK crew that treats abandoned places and haunted forests like most people treat coffee shops. They explore, they camp, they document whatever happens when the lights go out. They're at Cannock Chase, which carries enough dark history to fill several books nobody wants to read alone. Spending the night next to stones with that kind of history sounds like a bad idea on paper. In reality, it's worse. Let's jump into it. It's March 15th, 2026. The team's starting their trek at Frida's grave.
Currently at a location that's called Frida's grave. We're going to have a little bit of a Google because we don't know much information about this place. But we're going to have a little Google, see what's about, and then we'll go to our next location.
The grave behind me, Frida's grave, is actually for a Great Dane that came over here in 1917 for New Zealand. Unfortunately, the dog died in 1918 after having a disease. On here it says it was a faithful dog and mascot for the 5th Battalion in the New Zealand Rifle Brigade.
Night settled in. Scanning the dense tree line with high-powered flashlights, the team spots bright, unblinking eyes reflecting back. The creature moves fast, too fast to identify, panicking the group before they rationalize it as local deer. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. The forest isn't giving up its secrets that easily.
So it's literally gone like eerily cold where we are. We've walked up the hill. Did you hear a scream then?
Yeah.
No, I generally heard a scream then, I'm not even joking.
Don't mess with me.
So we walked up from up that hill down here, and Minch and Luke were literally talking about how warm it is on like a cold night. But we've walked from up there down to here, and it's just gone really cold, like freezing cold, for no reason. So I can't really explain that, but we're walking pretty much close to the pump.
In the pitch-black silence, Sean decides to test the tension. He pulls out an Aztec death whistle, unannounced, and unleashes a horrific human-like shriek that sends the rest of the team out of their skin. A prank, sure. But with adrenaline already spiked, the line between joke and genuine terror gets very thin.
No, I'm not even joking.
I heard something coming from
No, footsteps.
I think we should stand between here and them stepping stones.
Yeah.
And just like be really quiet, just for a bit. Keep the torches on, but just be really quiet.
He's looking like a cat around the corner of his
Nah, I swear, I think it was just the noise from water, but I thought I heard crying for a second. I'm not even lying.
It's the giggling of the black-eyed girl you want to worry about.
Don't start that.
I'm giggling.
She meant to be down here the last 30 years.
What are you giggling
10-year-old
about?
girl.
I feel really heavy.
Well, I didn't like to sound that, but you had a good Christmas there.
I walked into that one. No, I
Yeah,
genuinely do. Like, I feel like weighted down.
I just said to Joshua, and it's not nice around here, it's weird. I do think let's go down there and let's all just be in a circle just for a little bit. And just be really, really quiet.
I would circle so we can see what's behind us.
Summoning circle.
Yeah, come on.
Brilliant.
I think while we're here, We need to do it.
That's good fun.
The team forms a tight defensive circle, watching each other's backs. From beyond their light, multiple members simultaneously pick up audio anomalies. Distinct whispering, muffled talking filtering out of the tree line. Not wind, not animals. Voices. Close enough to hear, too far to see.
You said you heard thuds over there, didn't you? Mm-hmm. That was a thud. You hear that? I don't know if it's mind tricks or anything, but we're starting to hear like thudding and like footsteps and stuff like that. They say though, don't they, like fear takes over and you start hearing things and trying to like play it out in your mind like you are hearing stuff.
Filming a piece to camera, trying to summarize what they've experienced, when a loud, heavy thud echoes from the darkness right next to them. The impact cuts the conversation dead. No debate, no discussion. They decide in that second to get out, retreating fast through the woods they came to explore. Back at the vehicle, decompressing, the group notes how physically altered their friend Mitch seemed during the peak activity. Quiet, pale, unusually on edge. They laugh it off as nerves, as adrenaline, as imagination. But the forest delivered exactly what its reputation promised. That was way too close. I'm not sure I'd have stayed past that first scream. But that's why they have the footage, and I have the comfort of my apartment. It was supposed to be a standard paranormal investigation. Just two sisters, some audio gear, and a dark patch of woodland. But within minutes, their spirit box would deliver a message from the dead, and they'd be running from something moving in the trees. So, what happened? Tonight's second video comes from the Necronic twins, Becky and Jill, a pair who explore Britain's most haunted locations with night vision cameras and absolutely zero backup. They're in a remote forest somewhere in the UK, which means damp weather, overcast skies, and plenty of places for things to hide. Most people would look at this setup and suggest a nice restaurant instead. They set up cameras. The footage exists, so here we are.
Oh God, that's too bright. Hi guys, it's Jilly and Becky, and we've come to the haunted woods. Ooh, yeah, well, I think we're a glutton for punishment. But we've got our bright lights on because obviously our safety is important. Okay, guys. Oh God, Becky, this is friggin' spooky, isn't it, eh?
This is worse than last night, Jennifer.
Yeah, this is trees.
Is your metal torch around your wrist?
No.
Is it around your wrist?
I'm not very good at hitting out.
You don't, then I will.
Oh, well, to save us.
Yeah.
Right, I've got this torch as well.
Right. What's that?
What's what?
And that's a tree.
Tree.
That's a leaf. And that, see it?
That's
there, swinging that leaf.
Where?
Look. See it? There.
Let me check behind me.
Where's that beeping come from? See that there? It's that there. Right?
Right.
So that's a leaf hanging, people. That there.
I'm
Jill and Becky venture into the dark, overcast woods, bundled against the damp. Flashlights cutting through the blackness as they voice unease about the layout. Too many shadows, too many hollows, where something could wait unseen.
What's your friend?
There's a man up there, that's why. That means you'll see that torch, you know.
still recorded. Becky can't breathe.
Did you not see that man?
No, I just heard it. I can't breathe. Hang on.
That's right, we're in there. We're out there. Yeah. I said if I ran easy, didn't I? I ain't got my pump on me either.
Let me see if this comes out.
There you go.
Just don't go down here. We've got to get out of that path somehow. There's a man in the woods. Shit. Oh shit, I can't breathe. Oh God.
The tone shifts from paranormal curiosity to immediate physical threat. Becky spots a glimmer in the deep brush, a secondary flashlight, erratic, moving. It doesn't match Jill's position. It doesn't belong to them. She screams that there's someone hiding in the woods directly ahead, and in that second, the investigation is over. They scramble for an escape path, breathless, no longer the ones doing the hunting. They ran from the woods. Something followed them out. On the open road, recovering, they debate what they saw. A physical threat, some prowler using the forest as cover, or something else entirely, drawn out by their attention. They warn viewers never to replicate this. Never investigate deep woods alone at night, because sometimes the darkness gives you answers you weren't ready to hear, and sometimes it sends something to make sure you don't ask again. That was terrifying. Yeah, I'm good on haunted forests for a while. He's halfway down the trail when he hears it. A loud bang from the tree line, then another. The rain is pouring, the light is fading, and the woods are already awake. One wrong move, and this investigation becomes a survival situation. But they keep walking. This is what they found. Tonight's third video comes from Exploring with Stew Dog, Stuart and Kieran, a duo from England's southwest who track down local legends, haunted forests, and whatever cryptids happen to be lurking in the historic ruins. They're at Shoot Hill Woods in East Devon, a place with enough folklore to keep them busy and enough rain to make everything harder. It's June 23rd, 2026.
Think that way. What the fuck was that?
That was up there. That was a bang.
That was loud.
That was really fucking loud.
There's another noise coming up now. There, you hear that? That was it.
So today I'll bring you to Shoot Hill Woods. So basically there's legends of a spirit called the Grey Lady. She's often associated with the woods and the manor. So you got the Shoot Barton Manor and the house.
That's just down the road.
Yeah, which is just down the road. But basically she's identified as Lady Jane Grey, the 9-day Queen of England.
The spirit box crackles as they discuss the area's lore. Mid-conversation, the device throws out a response. Stark, clear, unmistakable. You heard me. Not static, not interference. A direct statement from something that seems to be listening, understanding, and responding in real time.
What was that?
Well, as far as trying to talk to you, it looked like a shadow.
Yeah, it stood there.
Let's go up.
The way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
The way they cook the candles.
There's a cross in that tree. Looks like a cross.
Oh yeah?
That's been placed there. That stick across. Or was it grew out?
Fallen. It goes a little bit, look, it goes a bit.
I think it's grew out actually. Weird.
Stuart feels something physical while holding the device. A cold, tingly sensation spreading across his hand, like something is trying to hold it. He describes it aloud, and moments later a deep voice cuts through the spirit box. The darkness is mine. A claim staked, a territory marked. Whatever's in these woods, it believes it owns the night.
That was up there. That was a bang.
That was loud.
That was really fucking loud.
You sure it was that way or was it that way?
No, I never heard it that way. That was really loud, wasn't it? That definitely must have been on the fucking camera.
I catch it faintly because remember I was at Pool Park.
Yeah.
That was loud. That was a thump in front of me, or piece in front of me, and the camera was quite faint. So.
If we watch that back in the car, is there any chance we can just watch that a little bit back? What minute?
No,
are we
because
at?
there's a 56.
Hey?
56.
No, that's the truth.
I think, yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to go in the car. Sorry, yeah, it's totally, that's right, isn't it? So, we're going to go in the car, review some of the footage, and then
Audio.
see if this rain dies down. If it does, might come back in here for another 10-15 minutes to see what we feel after that, yeah? Do that? Yeah?
Cool.
So then it saves my camera getting wet.
Yeah.
Getting wet.
Alright, let's go back to the car then.
Peace! Back here again, viewers. Right, we've reviewed the footage of Kieran's voice recorder on his phone, and we found out there was a few random noises. We can't work out what they are. Obviously, yeah, it was raining, so you will hear rain dropping, but it did sound like something was being, like something dropped right next to us, didn't it?
Back in the vehicle, protecting the gear from the rain, they review the audio from Kieran's phone. Several anomalous, heavy dropping noises right next to them. Sounds they couldn't explain on the trail. Sounds that tracked their movement through the dark. The banging at the start. The voice in the middle. The final thunderous impact. Something in Shoot Hill Woods was intensely aware of their presence. That was unsettling. I'd have been gone at the first bang. But that's why they have the footage, and I have the comfort of my apartment. What makes someone walk into a forest at 2 a.m. during a rainstorm, armed only with a camera and a ghost hunting app? For this investigator, it's the challenge of the forbidden, the places you're not supposed to be after dark. But sometimes the forest has been waiting for company. Tonight's fourth video comes from Journeyman's Hidden Realms, a solo investigator who spends his nights in historically eerie locations across the UK and Ireland. He's at Daring Woods, which sits next to Pluckley, reputedly the most haunted village in the UK. The woods carry a long history of dark legend, shadow sightings, and sounds that don't belong to any known animal. It's October 23rd, 2022, deep in Daring Woods.
Sightings of shadow figures and strange sounds emanating from the woods themselves. So I hope you enjoy today's explore. Please leave me a like or a comment if you would, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Walking down a narrow pathway, he asks if a shadow figure is moving around him. Just as the words leave his mouth, rustling breaks the silence nearby. Leaves shifting, something tracking his movement through the brush. He stops, listens. The sound stops too.
You can see this. Obviously it runs off down in that direction a few miles, and then it comes up here. I would guess another few miles. What did that just say? Amelia. Is Amelia with me today, can I ask? Is she here with me?
The Spirit Talker app crackles. A name comes through. Amelia. Then moments later, dress. The investigator surmises he's communicating with a female entity in historical clothing. A specific spirit with a specific identity, reaching out from wherever she waits.
Hope you can see all this. This pathway just goes on for miles. As does that one. As does that one. Let's get ourselves back up to The static camera, don't know, can you hear that? There's some strange howling noises in the distance. Let's get ourselves back up that pathway.
He switches to night vision. The screen floods with green static as he stands in pitch blackness. The spirit device speaks a single word: group. Not one entity, multiple, surrounding him. The realization lands. He's not alone out here, and he never was.
Show yourself in front of this camera, please. I have no lights. I'm in complete darkness on my own in the middle of these most haunted woods. And I'm just wondering if you could show yourself maybe between one of these trees while I stand here. I would really appreciate that if you could. I must be mad. A mile into the woods, complete darkness, and the most haunted woods in the UK. Absolutely nutty. Please come forward and talk to me if you would. I'm able to see you in this camera. Come and tell me something about yourself. Or if you don't want to talk to me, come and scare me maybe.
Forgive me.
Forgive you? For what? You have a...
He calls out to the dark, asking them to show themselves between the trees. Then he reflects on the sheer madness of it. Standing a mile deep in the most haunted woods in the UK, entirely alone, no lights on, asking ghosts to reveal themselves. The rain keeps falling. The woods keep their secrets. Across the night, the anomalies escalate. Footsteps in autumn leaves, distant, disembodied howls, multiple verbal responses through the app. It culminates in night vision footage where he captures a visual anomaly, a standing figure in the green glow, alongside a surge in electromagnetic activity and a clear vocal phenomenon. The group made contact, started as a history lesson, ended as a survival story. Is it just me, or was that way worse than he realized? You've probably walked past a patch of woodland and wondered what an old rope hanging from a tree was for. Most people keep walking. These two sisters set up equipment and ask the ghosts directly. It didn't go to plan. Tonight's fifth video comes from two ghost girls, a pair of sisters who grew up in a haunted house and decided to make a career of chasing the supernatural across the UK. They're in Staffordshire, near a location called Castle Ring, where the woods carry enough history to make your equipment light up just for showing up. A forest with this kind of reputation is exactly the kind of place where voices answer back. The camera kept rolling.
I think because trees can move, they kind of move inwards.
Yeah, it feels a lot narrower.
Doesn't it? No. We're close to the ring, which is actually where the hotspot is.
Thoroughly creeped out.
We are...
Alrighty. I'm thoroughly terrified.
Can you clap?
Gaining more energy.
Thank you. Gaining more energy. Okay, so this is shooting. Like camera? Like shooting footage?
Can you clarify if you mean camera?
Can you clarify if we're getting more energy here? If I put it here.
One of the investigators stops dead. She heard it. A man's voice, remarkably close, remarkably clear. The others didn't catch it, and that gap in perception creates immediate unease. They might not be alone in these pitch-black woods. Something is close enough to speak.
It says maleficence, but that is maleficence.
Yeah.
Which is like evil. Do we have anything to be scared of? Evil. Should I get the REM pod out? Yeah, go on then. Okay. Yeah, brilliant. What? Just everyone turns their back on me, so I have no light. I'm just here like in pitch black. Like, okay.
I'm with family.
I'm with family. Okay.
The device barks a direct instruction. Walk left. The team realizes it's pointing them toward the pitch black area beneath the rope. One investigator refuses outright. She's not walking into that darkness following directions from something she can't see.
Beautiful. Can you say play if it was a rope swing? Deaf? If it was deaf? Guys.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Follow your dreams.
Oh.
That's nice.
What do you mean by that? Do you mean keep on doing the channel? I can't believe it said I'm making noise.
I know. Heart. Can you?
Asking for secrets of the woods that nobody else knows, they capture something in the ambient audio. A sound resembling a crying woman or child echoing through the trees. Not a device response, not interference. A voice carrying through the dark from somewhere in the canopy.
You ain't going home.
What?
You should split up.
You should split up. What? Were you with friends when you died?
I don't know if I should say that, but it said you're overweight.
I am. Thank you for pointing that out. Why'd you say that?
Tattoos.
Malevolence.
Again?
Louise.
Oh, Malevolence. Louise.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure Louise might have been one of the names of one of the girls. Is your name Louise?
Go home.
After the hostile Estes responses, the team decides the environment has become too volatile. They move to their next location, a nearby cemetery. But arriving after midnight, they find the car park occupied by a cycle of suspicious, slow-moving vehicles scouting the area. They've accidentally stumbled into a local late-night meeting spot of a different kind, between the entity's threats and the living visitors with questionable intentions. They call it and stay safely inside their vehicle. I genuinely don't know what to make of that. Unsettled by the dead, scared off by the living. Some nights, you just can't win. 6 p.m. The investigators check their gear one last time. The light is fading, the path is long, and they're heading toward ruins that have stood since the Romans. They think they have enough time to get in, get answers, and get back to the boat. But darkness has a way of speeding up when you're somewhere the dead have claimed. Let's get into it. Tonight's sixth and final video comes from Haunting Ghost Hunts, a UK crew that explores historic ruins and local folklore with K2 meters and absolutely zero fear of ancient curses. They're at Burgh Castle, a Roman fort in England that's been standing for nearly 2,000 years. It's June 19th, 2026. The team trekking toward the ancient fort.
We're just walking along the little path up towards Burgh Castle. It's a little walkway that you have to go through. It's quite spooky already. We haven't even got there yet. You're just walking, what do you call this? Like a tunnel, isn't it? Like a tree tunnel, bush tunnel, something like that. It's a spooky walk just to get there. It is in the middle of nowhere, this castle, and it is getting quite dark.
I've got the light from the camera is on, but without it I just won't be able to pick anything up, because I'm not using one of the infrared cameras, the night vision cameras. This is just from my phone as we're walking along. Just thought I'd start with this really. It's quite an introduction to a spooky place.
Approaching the castle grounds, the tension builds as they lay out the local folklore. Black Shuck, a massive demonic entity shaped like a car-sized black dog. Another version, a historical figure said to have been transformed into a single red-eyed black hound, still roaming the grounds. Ancient ruins and demon dogs. Standard Tuesday night.
I think it started changing colour just now. Went to orange, but then stopped.
If you're still here, could you... Thank you. We don't mean you any harm. Can you touch those little lights again? Thank you. Were you here when it was a Roman fort? Was you here and it was a Roman fort when the Romans were here?
Navigating closer to the stone walls in pitch dark, when a sudden environmental disturbance catches them off guard. They stop, acknowledge the shift, urge whatever's near to step forward, and communicate through the green sensor lights. The K2 responds, sporadic, inconsistent, but present.
That's a lot of power. You're just showing off. Showing us how much power you've got. Your monk here. Was you in one of the battles here? Did you die here?
It's almost like as soon as you start asking questions, is whoever it is like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not here for your entertainment.
The investigation ends as the entity's energy dissipates entirely, leaving the K2 dark and unresponsive. They walk the long path back toward the boat, and one investigator reveals the return trip was plagued by an intense sensation of being watched and followed from behind. Powerful enough that they swapped walking order for protection. Something invisible monitoring their retreat from the castle grounds. Started as a history lesson about Roman ruins. Ended as a story about being followed by something that wouldn't show itself. I'm going to need a moment after that one. That's it for tonight. If you watched all the way to the end, you're either very brave or you made some questionable life choices. Either way, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and click one of the videos on screen. I'll be back soon with more reasons to stay indoors. See you then. And if you made it this far, there was a hidden word somewhere in tonight's video. Drop it in the comments if you caught it.